Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is titled, What Are People Noticing About You? But before we get started, I do want to say that maintenance is outside of my home working on something, so you may hear noises. Please disregard that, okay? I have three paths for you to choose from. As always, you are welcome to pick more than one, but before you make your selection, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. After you make your selection, we're going to go ahead and get started. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number one. So, pile number one, what are people noticing about you? I will be reading your channel messages first. I know it's different from what I usually do, but I have been reprogramming my nervous system. And something that I've learned in doing so is that when you do things the opposite of what you normally do, that also helps. So we're going to read those first, okay? So you're definitely redefining yourself in terms of your health, your wealth, your success, love and relationships, and happiness. You are redefining what that means to you, and you're creating your own individual definition instead of going via mainstream. Like you're creating definitions that actually suit you. I do want to apologize. Maintenance is outside my home, so if you do hear noises here and there, just please disregard it, especially if you have on earphones. Okay, anyways, yeah, you're redefining yourself and you're changing your public perception because we have a strong 10th house placement, a strong Capricorn energy. So those energies may be significant to you, but if not, that's something that you're currently embodying. People are seeing you as very disciplined. You could also be working out more or just changing your diet, changing what you eat. It's making me think about Virgo kind of energy. You could be a Virgo because it makes me think about Beyonce and how when she gets ready for to perform or go on tour, she has a strict routine. So people are noticing that you could have a strict routine going on for yourself. Maybe you're planning some type of big project here. Okay, take what resonates. Somebody also could be moving as well, moving to a new location, and that's something people are noticing. People are noticing that you're connecting more with others. So you could be making new friends, collaborating. Your career is expanding. People could be noticing that you're having more options or you're getting some type of new job or a higher salary. You could also be like experiencing people who have crushes on you, but there's a taboo to it because they could be an authority figure to you, or you could be their friend's partner or something like that. There's some type of line people can't cross, but they still are attracted to you. So those were the channel messages, and that was what was coming through. Yours was very straight to the point, pal number one. Let's get into these cards. So let's start with the 11th house. So we talked about you connecting more with others. You could be making more friends. It's like you're aligning with people who are on your level, pal number one. So you may be letting go of certain people, but meeting other people. You know, when the spirit says when one door closes, another one opens. I feel like your life right now is the epitome of that. So there could be certain doors closing, but it's for your highest good. And people are noticing that they're no longer allowed in your life. You could have certain people who notice that the connection is different because there no longer is a connection, because you're meant to connect with people that can pour back into you. Pile number one, you're leaving behind this cycle of one sided relationships and unrequited love. You're moving into a season where people are pouring into you just as much as you pour into them. And that's something people are noticing. The next card we have is self love. Self love. So people are noticing that you hold yourself to a high regard. You love yourself, you care for yourself, and you don't allow people to play with you or mistreat you. So that's why you could have cut certain people out of your life, because you know what you deserve. You know that you deserve better. Okay. The next card we have is the 8th house. So you've had this transformation. Like I said, you have ended that cycle of overgiving, people pleasing, and being in these one sided connections. You're headed towards connections that are equally yoked, where people care about you. They care about the way they make you feel, they care about you being in their life. Again, there's a taboo kind of energy coming through. So there could be people that are connected to you that have crushes on you, but it's through another person. It's like you could be their, like I said, like their employee, or it's like their friend's partner, your friend's friend. It's something where somebody else has a connection to you because of somebody else and they're attracted to you here. That's something people are noticing. Okay, take what resonates. But other than that, you just have people who have crushes on you, like that are in secret. Like people have secret crushes on you. That's what other people are noticing. Okay, the next part we have is the 10th house. So people are noticing that your career options are changing. You could be getting a new job here, but people are just see you like stepping into your destiny, especially if you have a business. People see it expanding. People see like you are reaping the harvest. People see that you are finally like getting the fruits of your labor. Something that you've done for a very long time is paying off, and this is something that people are noticing. You could also be like building a community where you help people transform, and this is something that people are noticing because I'm picking up like physical therapy, like helping people to walk again, helping them to regain their balance. And if you're not doing this literally, I feel like you may do this for people spiritually, helping them regain their balance. And whatever way you do this, you help people to regain their balance spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically for some of you. Okay, take what resonates. You could be getting a higher paying job as well, or you're getting like an award at your job. I'm seeing like employee of the month. Okay, I was going to say student of the month. That may resonate as well. The next card we have is stability. So people are noticing that you are more stable in your life, and it's because you've cut out all the wrong people. I feel like you could have had a lot of like distractions in your life, a lot of people confusing you, especially with your career and what you were meant to do. A lot of people giving you their 2 cents and their input on what you're supposed to be doing. But I feel like when you tapped in with spirit and you aligned, you realized what you needed to be doing, even if it didn't make sense to other people, because I feel like you're meant to do something creative here, and you could come from a background of like very logical people. So I'm picking up a person that could be an artist, and everybody else in your family is a doctor or a lawyer. It's like, and even if they're not, it's like you've been around those kind of social circles where people are trying to judge what you want to do because it's not aligning with them. But I feel like you are moving. It's like this ocean I'm seeing, like you're flowing, you're moving towards better tides, you're moving towards people that are on the same wavelength as you, literally. And that's so crazy because waves, the ocean, the water. Okay, I can't make any of this up. So yeah, people are noticing that you're moving away from them, like you're moving to calmer waters, and you're having more stability in your life. You could have had a lot of trials and tribulations because you were trying to be a people pleaser and save everybody else. It's like you're learning to put yourself first and love yourself. And it's really paying off because people are starting to love you. That's why you have a lot of people like having crushes on you, because when you start to pour into yourself and love onto you, you start noticing that within others. It's just like as above, so below. Then we have calm. So people are noticing that you're calm, like you're not angry, you're not bitter, you're not upset, especially about things that have happened in the past. It's like you are very far removed from that and you're enjoying your life. People see you enjoying your life. 27 could be significant, 28 could be significant, okay? Those ages or your early 20s could be significant, pound number one. But there's definitely been a shift. Maybe you used to be quick to react, but now it's like you don't really give a reaction. And I'm also picking up too, like you have lost this desire to like over explain. You don't really over explain yourself. Like when you make a decision, you don't over explain and you don't seek validation. So people are noticing like when you make decisions, you don't come to them anymore. You may not even tell them. You move more in silence. And this is what people are noticing about you. Pile number one. So let me shuffle some more cards, okay? I've been changing up how I do it and like limiting how many cards I pull so that I'm not over using my energy, so that I can give you some more. So this is pretty good. Pile number one, I'm proud of you. Let's tap into this energy. Snails could be significant. You could be moving slower. People could notice that. Or like I said, something that has taken a long time to like grow is blooming. Okay, so spirit, tapping into pile number one. What are people noticing about pile number ones? Okay, Scorpio energy again. So there's people who have secret feelings and crushes for you. Okay. Okay, we have Gemini. So it's making me think about the self-love aspect, you embodying different versions of yourself, you making peace with different versions of yourself with the Gemini energy. Ooh, this is making me think about you like integrating your light and dark aspects and accepting your shadow self. People could be noticing that you've done a lot of shadow work with that Gemini energy because it's making me think about duality. What are people noticing, Spirit, about pile number one? Virgo. I was just talking about that energy earlier. So, this is Mercury energy. So, people are noticing like you're managing your thoughts better, like you are somebody who's thinking more positively, where maybe you used to worry and overthink, now you don't overthink you, and you also don't over explain. Gemini is that communication energy. You do not over explain, and you move in silence. With this Virgo energy, you may be in a hermit mode most of the time because you're trying to preserve your peace. You may resonate with pound number two as well because that energy came out very strong. People could also be noticing like you're healing yourself. You're healing yourself with that Virgo energy. And you could also be letting go of perfectionism. Like you're learning to be real and not performative. And this is something that people are noticing about you. You could also be viewed as very smart and intelligent, or your intelligence is growing in some way. This is something people are noticing about you. Somebody here could be getting multiple degrees, or it's just like your level of understanding is increasing. And this is something that people are noticing. So, Spirit, tap us into pile number one. What are people noticing? The seventh house, honey. People will secretly have crushes on you. And didn't we talk about you redefining your health? So you are aligning with people who are high vibrational. So there are certain people that you are removing yourself from and you're cutting off, and they could be feeling the backlash of that. But I don't feel like you're doing it in a mean way. I feel like you're releasing people very lovingly. It's not harsh. It's not you having anger or resentment towards them. It's just understanding that me and you are no longer in alignment, and that is okay. We're allowed to move on. I'm hearing Spirit say we're allowed to see other people. Okay, so somebody here could be single and people are noticing that. Pisces. People are noticing that you have more boundaries and that you trust your gut when it comes to connecting with certain people. I'm hearing access to your energy is a privilege. You may not let a lot of people in. That's what people are noticing. Like with you changing your life, I'm hearing Spirit say revamping. So with you revamping, it's like you're revamping not just yourself and your image, but how you want to experience relationships. And there are certain things that are deal breakers. Like what you used to allow, you no longer allow. And that's what people are noticing. Spirit, what are people noticing about pile number one? What are they noticing? What are people noticing? It says the partnership card. So it's like people really like you. People want to be in a relationship with you. People could see you as like long term commitment type. I'm hearing a commitment phobe. I don't know if somebody's a commitment phobe, but it's just this energy of like people see that you're focused on elevating your life, and there are certain people that are attracted to your energy. They're attracted to you and they want to be in a partnership. And again, this is in terms of not just romantic but platonic. So again, you're attracting in higher vibrational energies, and this is something people are noticing. But again, people may really like you but keep it a secret because you have people, pile number one, they want to work on themselves before they come to you. You have people that are like, let me get my money up, let me get a new apartment, let me redecorate my apartment, let me change my credit score. Like you really have people that are not playing when it comes to you. Okay, I'm picking up a lot here. Like I'm picking up literally, I talked about this in another reading, that Cinderella energy, but I'm getting like the actual movie where she lost her shoe and it's like the prince is looking for her. It's that kind of energy where people like they want to find the shoe to put it on your foot, but this is spiritual. They want to connect to you in some way, okay? It's not actually literal, but some of you could have literally lost a shoe and somebody wants to give it to you, or you lost something and they want to give it back to you. Take what resonates. 2010 could be significant. Okay, trust. People are noticing that you trust yourself more. People are noticing that you have more faith in yourself. Like I said, you trust your gut. Like when you're dealing with certain people, you listen to yourself. Love. So not only did you have self-love, you have love. A lot of people have love for you. People could also notice that you have like a beautiful speaking voice, or you sing in some way, or record. Maybe you record podcasts, because I'm seeing some type of microphone. So there's something about you and microphones that people are noticing. Birds could be significant as well. The color green. Okay, I'm gonna pull a couple more and then we're gonna move on, okay? So, Spirit, what are people noticing about pile number one? What are they noticing? Somebody here could be going swimming more, or you like to swim or be in the water, or you're very connected to water. People are noticing that. 12 could be significant. It says something about dreams here. So, you're going after your dreams. People, I feel like people see you living your dream life or manifesting your dream life. You're really inspiring, pile number one. Very. Spirit, what are people noticing? The seventh house wants to come out again. Libra, relationships, romance. So the way you show love to yourself is changing. Like the way you view love is very different. I feel like because you operate at such a loving frequency that you're just beginning to attract all of that in, or just people who fall in love with you because it's a reflection of you falling in love with yourself. Everything is just reflected back to you. And then you also have people who feel some type of way. There's people who have secret jealousy. I feel like people are noticing like you have a lot of admirers, but there are some people who notice like you have some haters as well. But that just comes with the territory when you're shifting your life. There are certain people who feel like you're not supposed to do that, or I feel like a lot of people just have a childlike mindset. You know how children feel like when another person has something that they want, they'll cry for it or try to snatch it out your hand. Like I've literally seen this happen with my nieces and nephews. I'm just sitting back watching because it's like the way that children act is like a lot of adults still behave this way, and they do it in a different way. They may not have to snatch something out your hand, but they could try to snatch your confidence and snatch your goodness by sending you evil eyes. It's the same concept, but just in a different way because, they're not five anymore, but mentally they are. Then we have Aliyah try again. So people are noticing like when you go through obstacles in life, you're very resilient. Like you try again. Okay, if this didn't work, you're gonna try another option. Like it's like you're not easily defeated. People are noticing that you're not easily defeated. And then I said a Capricorn energy. Aaliyah is a Capricorn. You have a lot of cardinal energy, so people could be noticing you have an authoritative energy, or people just naturally trust you as well. Maybe you're a guide here or a psychic as well, and people are seeing just how much information that you channel that's very accurate. So I could have some tarot readers watching this, and you could have people jealous of your spiritual gifts. I really feel like that's what it's about. Yeah. People definitely crave you on an 18 plus level, pal number one. They feel like you're very attractive. Okay. And that's really about it. There's nothing else. Okay, we have the third house. We have Gemini again. So your community that you're building, people see that you're building a community. You may be very popular online, or you're doing something online, or you're guided to create something online. Okay, take what resonates. Okay, but that's what people are noticing. Okay, somebody could be like a preschool teacher. Like I said, you could resonate with pile number two. That energy came out. Somebody could have a new car. People could be noticing you driving in it because the third house is short-term travel. People could be noticing that you're healing from your childhood, or that you work with children. Take what resonates. Or these are people from your early childhood noticing this about you. But that is all I have for you, pile number one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah, peace. We're going to move on to pile number two. Pile number two, let's see. What are people noticing about you? So people are noticing that you're taking the road less traveled, you're gaining wisdom and knowledge, and you're the one everybody misses. So pile number two, like I told pile number one, I am reprogramming my nervous system. And a part of doing that is doing the opposite of what you normally do. So I normally read my channel messages towards the end. So I'm going to read them in the beginning, and then we're going to go with the cards, okay? Okay. So, pile number two, you definitely have popular loner vibes. People are noticing that you spend a lot of time by yourself. Like, you don't mind being around people. Like, you'll come to a function, you'll come to an event, and you'll be really nice. There's something about you being best dressed as well. People are noticing that you're usually the best dressed in the room, or you have a nice sense of style and fashion and creativity here. But I really feel that people want to be in your energy so bad because you are this anomaly. That's what people are noticing. Like, you don't really open up with that many people. Your communication has also improved. Maybe you used to struggle with what to say, but now you know how to speak confidently. Somebody could literally be a teacher. Take what resonates. And like I told pal number one, pal number two, maintenance is outside working on something and you can hear it. So if you do hear things outside, please disregard that, okay? I just wanted to make this reading and I feel like I can't keep stopping just because I hear a little noise. Like, because I'll do that. But the spirit was like, don't do that because these messages need to be put out. And we can't keep having one take, two take, three take, four take, cut, cut. I can't keep doing that. Okay. Okay. And speaking of cut, you could be like removing people too from your life. So you may resonate with pound number one. People are noticing that you are valuing your solitude. It may be even like you're removing people on your social media. So people may come to your page and you may have a certain number of followers and then they come back again and then you have less. But it's not because people are unfollowing you. You could be like doing like a social media detox or cleanse. So there could be people noticing that they're blocked, they're unfriended. Maybe there's certain groups you're in. You know how they have those Facebook groups and stuff. You could be leaving a lot of that stuff because you're just realizing that these groups do not align with who you are. It's making me think about a person who has their North Node in their fifth house. Like, you're really not supposed to be in groups. You're supposed to be a person that shines by yourself and go solo. Okay. So Nipsey Hussle could be significant. I was hearing that song. It's like, let me see you do that yoga. It's with Janelle Monae. So somebody could be doing yoga, or somebody could be in a yoga instructor here. Take what resonates, or you could be moving your body more or exercising in some way. Your body could be changing. Somebody here could meditate for hours. Somebody could have like a strong spiritual connection because I'm seeing like a Buddhist or a monk. You choose joy over drama and BS and chaos, and people cannot disturb your peace. Okay. And people are also noticing pound number two that you don't call or text first anymore. I feel like you were the kind of person that you used to like make your weekly rounds, texting people and checking on them. And then I feel like you stopped, and you stopped because you had your own stuff going on, but you also stopped to experiment. You stop because you're like, let me see how many of these people are going to reach out to me. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's been months, it's been weeks. None of them have reached out because a lot of people get so used to that dynamic that you're going to check on them, you're going to coddle them, you're going to do the emotional labor for them. You're not doing that anymore. So you could be cutting out people in your life who are no longer putting in the effort because you don't always have to text first. You don't always have to be the one that's supporting or helping. You get to have that back. So you are shifting relationships in your life at this time, no matter if it's romantic or platonic. And then there's a song by Cher Lloyd called Want You Back. And the line that came through was, um, she said something like this: I broken up thinking you be crying. Now I feel like shit looking at you flying. I want you back. So you can have people who want to be back in your life, pal number two. Okay, this energy comes out so much, like not only in my readings, but in other people's readings. So I feel like we just having a collective shift. Like, I feel like this is a collective thing. Like, people are finally letting go of karmic energies for good. And I feel like that's something that you've done, pound number two. People are noticing that there are no more chances. Once you cut them off, that's it. That is it. That's what people are noticing. Like, once you shut the door, baby, you changing the locks. You're not getting back in. Period. Let's get into your cards. So the first card we have is clarity. I feel like you have a lot more clarity of who you are and what you want in your life. And I feel that people can't trick you or gaslight you like they used to. And it's hard for them because I feel that there's people who do want to come back into your life and get into your good graces, but it's not genuine. I feel like a lot of people just depended on you to do emotional and spiritual labor for them. Be the person that's encouraging them while they don't give you anything. You don't need to be the cheerleader all the time. You deserve to be cheered on. Okay. and you have more clarity. I feel like you're getting clarity. You could even be getting more readings at this time or listening to readings. People are just noticing that you move different with them, and it's because you have clarity. So you may not be as friendly to certain family members. People in your family may be noticing this. Like, you may not be as open, but I feel like you're also getting this clarity of who you are, especially if you consider yourself an empath or somebody who's chosen. It's like you're getting this awareness of who you are. People are seeing that you're waking up to who you've always been when they've tried to hide it from you. It's this energy of people seeing something in you, but hoping that you don't see it in yourself, but you seen it anyway. It's like a sleeping giant finally waking up and everybody's scared. It's that kind of energy coming through pound number two. You're that giant. You could be a Sagittarius because I'm picking up a Jupiterian kind of energy, but you're expanding and you're growing. And this is something that people are noticing. You're getting a clarity about yourself, but you're also getting a clarity about the people in your life. The number 15 could be significant. Take what resonates. The next card we have is space. 18 could be significant, or when you were a teenager, because 15 and 18 are teens. So when you were a teenager, something is significant, or these people from your teens miss you. Okay. You could be in your early 20s here. You don't have to be. There's a black cat, so black cats could be significant, and this card says space. So it's like you've been taking space to get to know yourself and heal yourself. That's what people are noticing. Like, you are more distant. Like I said, you don't call or text people first. You're not as eager to hang out with them. It's like you're no longer in this energy of like being desperate for a connection. It's like you're cool with being by yourself, and that is helping you to invite in the right energies because you're being picky. Instead of just being around anybody, you're more picky, and people are noticing that. Like I said, once they get cut off, that's about it. You got a lot of cards alluding to like solitude. So you could be just be like taking time for yourself more, or not really talking to a lot of people at this time. That's what people are noticing. Or maybe you need to get into some solitude so this spirit can give you some messages here. Self-care is very important. So you could be doing more face masks and bubble baths, or you could be taking trips and vacations, especially if it's a small trip. And this is something people are noticing. You could even be taking a social media break, because there's something about unplugging. We have Leo. So people are noticing that you're very creative. You could have changed something with your hair as well. But people are just noticing that you're choosing yourself. You're not choosing other people. You're choosing solitude. People may also invite you places, but you could be declining things. So people are noticing that when they invite you out somewhere, or when they try to like show you something, you may decline it, or you may not show interest, or you may not respond. There's this kind of energy of you like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay. Having more confidence in your ability to say no is something people are noticing. Then we have please forgive me. So then I say it's the people that want you back, honey. Then we have Janae Aiko, never call me. So like I said, there are certain people that you used to reach out to, you don't reach out to them anymore, and they could be waiting. But it's kind of like, I feel like you're understanding pound number two, like the phone works both ways. If you pay your phone bill every month, I promise you, you have the ability to talk to me. If you're on social media and you see my post and you don't engage with me, that's on you. So it's like you're understanding that even if other people don't choose you, that's okay. As long as you choose yourself, that's the beauty, that's the medicine, that's the power. That's what you're realizing, pound number two, that you only need to choose yourself. You only need to validate yourself. You don't need that from outside sources. You're giving off this vibe of independence, and that's what people are noticing about you. Like, you don't really need them, and I feel like this is triggering people who depended on your need for them. You don't have a need for them anymore, and that's what they're realizing. Okay, now let's pull some cards and see what are people noticing about you, pound number two. Wow, this reading has been really good. Both piles, it's been like a story, and I'm just the person narrating it and telling it for you. I don't know if somebody here does karate or something, but that's coming through. Hand-eye coordination. Yeah, Aquarius wants to come out. You're removing certain friends, certain friendships, certain ideas about connections. You don't have to carry the weight. And that may be unconventional to some people, especially neurotypical people, because they feel like, well, friendships are about competition and competing and being a friend of me. But when when you are a person that's authentic, it's like, no, I really want a friendship, not a frenemy ship. Okay, so I feel like you're removing a lot of frenemies or people who felt this way towards you are realizing like you're gaining clarity on them. You're gaining clarity on people who have been fraudulent in your life, pound number two. That's what people are noticing. That's why it's like you're scary, because remember when the giant wakes up, imagine like a person that's like a human, right? A human sized person. They could be 6 feet tall, whatever. The giant is bigger than them. The giant can do more damage, right? And energetically, that's the energy you're in. It's like people are starting to become intimidated by you because you're seeing the truth about the situations. You're seeing the truth about people around you. Aquarius, yeah, you're shifting it. You're changing the way that you interact. It's different from what people expect. Then we have Sagittarius. So yeah, you're freeing yourself from certain connections that don't serve you, and you're gaining insight. And then we say wisdom, you're gaining wisdom as well. Again, somebody could be traveling, that Sagittarius energy. You could even be traveling mentally as well. People are noticing the 12th house. Let me tell you something. Yes, it's like you're starting to see things that are hidden. You're gaining clarity on things that are hidden. So you may just be sensing this or getting readings and spiritual information on things that are hidden or people in your life. It's like they can't hide anymore. But I don't feel like you're cutting people off angrily. Like I told pound number one, you could be doing this very lovingly. And I feel like pound number two, you do it silently. You're not about to sit here and say, well, I'm cutting you off because of this, and that. You're not going to conduct a PowerPoint and a whole Google Doc of what was wrong. You're just like, I'm going to leave it here. What we had was amazing, but you don't respect me. You're not in alignment with me no more. That's cool. I'm not going to stress over it. It's like these kind of energies expected you to chase them, pound number two, and it's like you're not chasing. You're not chasing these people. It's so funny because it's like people are grown adults and still think that somebody's supposed to chase them for attention. Like, grow the fuck up. That's the energy I'm picking up here. Some of these people could be older than you, pound number two. I don't know if we talked about this, but somebody could literally teach. You could be a teacher. Maybe you went to a different school or you traveled from one to another and you have students that miss you. Take what resonates, or like staff members who miss you, or a certain community. Strength. So people are noticing how strong you are, especially on your own. I don't know why pound number two, but I just feel like people expected like their lack of like communication or presence to bother you, but it doesn't. Because I'm picking up this energy of somebody already being introverted. So you're like, that's fine with me because I didn't want to come anyway. You know how when you're an introvert and it's like you have to, if you know I'm an introvert. Like we know this. It's like when you have to go to like an event and it's like leading up to the event, it's kind of like it's a lot, you know. And then when somebody cancels it, it's like a miracle. Like it's that kind of energy. Like you don't care. It's like, okay, you don't want to be my friend. You don't want to connect with me. I really don't give a fuck. Bye. It's like people are like, wait, you're not hurt, so you don't care. You're like, no, I don't. Like I feel like people mistake like your softness, pad number two, for weakness, and it's not. Just because you love people and you can have a soft spot for them, it doesn't mean that you won't remove them. It doesn't mean that you won't choose yourself. You chose yourself, and this is something people are noticing. Pile number two. We have courage. Yeah, you had the courage to choose yourself. You did things even when it hurt you, or even when it like you were afraid. You had those uncomfortable conversations. You removed yourself. I feel like you have to have uncomfortable conversations with yourself and tell yourself the truth about the people around you. And I feel like it was very difficult. It was very hard. Because I see that you saw the red flags, pound number two. You did. But it was just back then you wanted a connection. So sometimes it didn't matter. But now you're just like, no, you're a liability. I'm not about to have somebody around me that could mess up my life, mess up my energy, mess up the connections or the good things I have going on. No. You're a liability. If you're jealous of me, if you're a weirdo, if you are insecure about your life, you are a liability. And I'm not saying you, pound number two. I'm saying this is the kind of energy you are embodying. Like you're telling people this, like spiritually, maybe not actually with your words. Some of you might if you bold, but I'm picking up like you're just conveying this energy of like, I'm not about to deal with people who are liabilities, because pound number two, you know what you work for, and you're not about to have anybody be a liability in your life and mess that up. That's the energy. Like, you have invested so much into yourself. People are noticing this. You have invested so much into yourself to just throw that all away and let that all go down the drain for a connection that's insincere. Okay. So, Spirit, tap me into pile number 2. What are people noticing? What are people noticing? Oh my goodness. All the cards just flew down. So there's a lot people are noticing, honey. I feel like you have a lot of eyes on you. You definitely give off this vibe, pad number 2. I was just telling like somebody this the other day. But have you seen those movies where it's like a popular person and they're like very attractive or they're conventionally attractive and everybody likes them, but they're not a mean person. They're cool. They'll hang out with the person people consider a nerd. It's like you give that kind of energy where people might stereotype you based on how you look, but you're very different from what you look like. People are noticing this, okay? Very different. Because think about in those movies where the popular person, it's like they're not supposed to be talking to the person that's not popular. It's like you don't really care. You accept people as they are. You don't really care about hierarchies, pal number 2, and that's something that people are noticing. Like, people may try to like put themselves in competition with you, but you really don't care. It's like it's hard for people to get a reaction out of you. Pal number 2, that's what they're noticing. What are people noticing about pal number 2, Spirit? What are people noticing? We have playfulness. So people are seeing like this side of you where you laugh, you giggle, you joke. Maybe you like party, you know? You're good at hosting parties, or you're good to party with, like, you're fun. You tell good jokes. There's this energy of you making people laugh or you bringing a smile to people's face, and people are noticing that because, again, there's this energy of people stereotyping you based on how you look. But when they get to know you, there are so many layers to you. You're a funny person. You're a serious person. You like your solitude, but you still like to connect with other people. I think that that's the confusing thing to people because they're like, okay, you connect with people so good. Like, why do you need to go away for so long? But you are somebody who likes to recharge. Pile number 2, people are noticing like you need that time to recharge. People are starting to realize the kind of person you are. We have manifestation. So people are noticing that you can manifest things into your life. You may be somebody who is learning like how to manifest. And it starts with baby steps. I think when we go on social media and we see a person that manifested a car, or they manifested $10,000, it's like it discourages you. But here's my advice. Start with the baby steps. Start with something as simple as manifesting a discount at a store, manifesting $5 off. Like, start there and then build your way up. It's going to be hard for you to try to manifest $10,000 your first time. And for some people, like, don't get me wrong, some people are naturals at it. They can do it. But sometimes you need a little bit more willpower, especially when you've been programmed to accept lack, when you've been taught that you're unworthy. It's going to be hard to manifest that when you don't believe you're worthy of it. So start small and then work your way up to those big manifestations. Once you see the proof of small manifestations, the big manifestations will start to come in because you're going to start to see them and be grateful for them and be happy because it's your own mind, it's your own power. So again, there's something about you recognizing your power. Power number 2. I want you to start saying this affirmation. I want you to say it all the time, okay? Anytime you're in a bind or you get angry, say this: everything is working out in my favor. Even if you don't believe it, just keep saying it, because what you're going to end up doing is programming your subconscious mind. And I can tell you from experience, honey, because me, I'm a scientist at heart, okay? I don't like that much science. I'm going to say I'm a spiritual scientist, all right? Because I try out spiritual techniques on myself, and I have been doing everything is working out in my favor for a couple of months. And I promise you, everything is working out in my favor, even right now in this video. Like, I've done it so much to where it's like certain things happen for me and I'm like, I know that I've aligned that. It's like when you start to take control over your life and you see your manifestations come to fruition, it breeds this new confidence in you because you know that, okay, I can do this, I can manifest this, I don't have to worry. It takes away a lot of worry about the future because you know that I'm designed to handle that. I can handle that. I can handle what the future throws at me because I know how to manifest. And once you start using this technique, it's like you can start to manifest protection. You can manifest peace, good people in your life. It's a superpower. But when you learn how to wield it correctly, you see the results in your life. So that was a side message, pound number 2. I just wanted to tell you that. Okay. We're going to pull a few more and then we're going to end it. Okay. So engagement, it's like, yeah, you like connecting with people. People see the way you connect with others and it's truly genuine. But it's like you don't give too much of your time. And it's like people see that you respect yourself and it's like it makes them want to connect with you, especially people who have misjudged you. I'm really getting this energy of like people feeling ashamed because they misjudged you. Like you're very fun and playful and encouraging. Like there's multiple sides to you. I feel like people may have seen like the serious side or the stoic side of you and assume like you were unfriendly or you didn't care about connection, but they start to see you have a lot of depth to you. You have a lot of substance to you, pound number two. And that's what people are noticing. So I'm going to pull a few more and then we're going to move on to pound number three. So, Spirit, what are people noticing about pound number two? What are people noticing? Neptune, spirituality. Oh, also, didn't I just say people had illusions on you? So, the certain thoughts that people had of you, they don't have it anymore. People could have misjudged you. Okay, people are noticing that they misjudged you. Or some people, like I said, they took your softness for weakness, but they don't understand that it's not a weakness. Like, even though you're a kind person, you will not hesitate to cut somebody off. Because I'm hearing that song, it's like, it ain't nothing to cut that off. I don't know the name of that song, so put it in the comments if you know it. But that's the song that's coming through. So you like, yeah, play with me if you want to. The ninth house. There's a lot about Sagittarius energy and travel, and it's crazy how I said the road less traveled. Wow, that's crazy. So somebody here could also be well versed in like other cultures, and this is something people are noticing about you. They're noticing your spiritual values as well. You could be sharing your knowledge or sharing your input, or maybe the things you share on social media has like a spiritual component. It could be as simple as you sharing something on Facebook about chakras or spirituality. And people are noticing like you're sharing more of your beliefs. You're getting more comfortable with what you believe. Maybe you are a Christian, but it's different from the traditional way of Christianity, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're spiritual and your family is Christian, so it's different. Or whatever dominant religion you come from, you've either tweaked it or you've shifted completely into a new religion or a new form of spirituality. Okay, this is what people are noticing. Okay, we have the eighth house. So you definitely will resonate with pound number one because similar cards are coming out, but you're noticing your power. You're fine. It says personal power. You are gaining clarity on your power and on the power of your presence. Pound number two. You're realizing like your presence holds a lot of weight. People in the past may have tried to make it seem minuscule or like it didn't matter, but your presence holds a lot of weight. You naturally have spiritual divine authority. Pound number two. You have shifted and changed. But again, didn't I say you're like a mystery to people? It says mysteries of life on the card. I can't make this up. That's why I love doing this. I love it. Okay. Yeah, you definitely just need to go check in on pound number one. Okay, Spirit, last card for pound number two. What are people noticing? Ooh, first house. This is Aries energy. It says who you are. Yes. You are taking care of yourself, but it's like you're aligning with who you are. And I feel like you've stayed true to yourself, even though other people have tried to throw illusions on you. Like, let me give you an example. I remember one time I was talking to like a colleague years ago, and I was explaining to them how I'm a very nurturing person, and they corrected me and was like, "No, you're not. I don't get that vibe from you. You seem more career oriented." And it's like, first off, I'm looking at this person like, number one, you don't know me like that. Number two, how can you tell me about myself when you've never got the opportunity to experience that energy from me? And that person was a op and a weirdo and a follower, and she was older than us. So it just goes to show like there's something about that too here. People being older than you, being immature or something like that, because I said that earlier. But so for some of you, it could be family members is immature and noticing this about you, but it's like she tried to tell me about myself when number one, you didn't know me like that. You didn't even interact with me or talk to me. But that's the illusion that she had of me because she saw me in class being serious and studious and sometimes reserved. So she thought I was the kind of person that was rude or mean or didn't want connection when the whole time I'm a love bear. I'm a care bear. I'm a love bug, right? But only to those who deserve it. So people can see my stoic energy and think, "Oh, you're mean," and it's like, "No, I'm not. I'm protecting my energy." So I feel like pound number two is the same thing with you. You're protecting your energy, and sometimes that can be misperceived. So I feel like when people finally get a taste of who you are, they wish they would have stayed in your good graces. It's this energy too of you being funny and people around you that have taken a side of people that don't like you. They want to laugh at your joke because it is funny. They want to laugh at something you say or they agree with something you say. But I feel like you have people who have to like support you in the background because they talk so much shit. Pound number two. You have some fans that was on the other side and came back because they realized you were the real deal. So the first house being here, yes, the mask is off and you are who you say you are, period. That's what people are noticing. Pound number two. Mwah. Peace. We're going to move on to pound number three. So last but not least, my pound number threes. I'm so proud of y'all because y'all are breaking out of y'all shyness. It's a lot of Leos here. It's always Leos in pound number three. But y'all are breaking out of y'all shyness. Y'all are embracing the spotlight, okay? And you're deepening your spirituality. So we had a lot of themes of that in all of my pals, like deepening spirituality. So that may just be something in the collective. I also want to say I'm reprogramming my nervous system. I told all the other pals this. So I am going to be reading the channel messages first because when you do when you do reprogram your nervous system, you do things opposite. So you know how I usually read my channel messages at the end? I'm going to read them at the beginning. So we talked about your spirituality deepening, you're accepting yourself more. Photography, modeling, and fine arts could be significant. Graphic design could be significant. There's something about you coming out of hiding. And then there's that song by Pink. I think it's called I Want to Get in Trouble, but it's like na 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 na, something like that. It's really catchy. That song was coming through. So you could be more rebellious, more you're breaking out of this energy of like caring what people think about you because maybe you had a fear of being perceived, especially if you're neurodivergent. It was a lot. But now you're like, I don't really care how I'm perceived because regardless of the way I choose to live my life, somebody's going to have something to say or disagree with. It doesn't matter. So you're breaking out of that energy. I feel like people could have pegged you as like a goody two shoes, pal number three, but you really weren't. I feel like you was just shy to express like that inner rebellion. There's something about a peacock tattoo being significant, or peacocks could be significant. Libra energy is significant. There's something about you being in your bag. There's a song this is called. Let me go to my SoundCloud because it's literally on there. Hold on. I think her name is Thai. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's Thuy, and then there's I don't know, like an apostrophe over the U, but that's the song that was coming through, and I haven't heard the song in a long time. But somebody here is just like you're in your bag, okay? People are noticing that you're making more money. There's something about aesthetics and social media. So you may be really good with aesthetics, like making a page look really good. Like, you know how to make it look aesthetically pleasing, especially like Instagram pictures. And there's something about Lil Wayne, and I keep hearing him say young moolah. So yeah, there's a lot of money coming in for you. I feel like you're healing your relationship with money. You're just attracting more wealth. You're understanding that money is an energy. Pile number three, a lot of you here are definitely advancing spiritually because I feel like you're transcending your idea of what you thought money was. It's like you're understanding, like, okay, I know how to manifest. Somebody here could be a practitioner too, because I'm picking up that cinnamon and honey again. And I also want to add, when you do wash your hands with cinnamon and honey, because I put this in another video, like I commented this on another reading, make sure it's the cinnamon powder, okay, and not the cinnamon sticks. You want the cinnamon powder because it's already broken down. It's gonna be weird washing your hands with the cinnamon sticks, but you can if that's all you can get. But the cinnamon powder is affordable. You can get it at your local grocery store. Okay, a lot of like magical tools are already in your kitchen. So let me just tell you this, as a practitioner myself, like, don't be so big on trying to go for what you see on social media, like the candles and stuff that they have. You can go to Dollar Tree and get one, and that'll get the job done. Like, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Family Dollar. You don't have to do what you see other people are doing because, like, I think her name is Demira Life. I like what she said about spirituality, like in your altar and just being a practitioner. It's about what's real. It doesn't always have to be aesthetically pleasing. Okay. But some of you just may have that gift though, or you just like things that are aesthetically pleasing. But there is an energy coming through of like you utilizing your magic more. People could also be noticing like when they speak on you, bad things happen to them. This came out before in pound number three. So you are utilizing your magic, but I don't think you're doing anything to others. It's just natural. You could be doing return to senders as well, because it could be things like you may say things like, if people speak on me, they car mess up. Like that's your way of like sending back the negative energy. And some people may feel like, ooh, that's a cursing in it or hexing in a way, but it's like, well, they shouldn't be sending the negative energy your way, because that's still a hex in itself. Because it's to program you to think lower about yourself so that you manifest in a lower energy and manifest a low vibrational life. So yeah, somebody here is definitely a practitioner. I know I kind of went on a tangent about that, but yeah, let's get into the cards. So the first card we have is ending. So there's this old way of being that you're not anymore. You're not. I feel like you are coming out of hiding. You're not hiding. With this ending card, you're not fearing perception. You're not fearing being seen anymore, because I feel like this is a part of your life's purpose, to allow yourself to be seen and for people to connect with you, especially creatively, or if you do something in the arts. Performing arts could be significant. Theater could be significant. Then we have beauty. So the number 26 and 17 could be significant. Peacocks again. People are noticing that you are becoming more and more beautiful. Like you may be somebody who looks really good naturally. Like you may be somebody who, if you're not wearing makeup, people think you're wearing makeup and you're not. It's that kind of energy, because you have an inner glow. Because I feel like you've done a lot of healing work on the inside, especially because when you take pictures, it shows. You're definitely breaking out of this shyness. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind. People are noticing that you're healing from the things that they even put you through. There's people from the past who could have put you through things, and they're looking at your life now and seeing how that didn't get you down. If anything, it was fuel. Okay. The next card we have is the moon card. So, especially if you're a practitioner here, you may work with the moon. People notice that you could do moon magic, you may make moon water, or you may be very connected with the moon or just feminine energies. People could notice that you're in a feminine energy at this time, regardless if you're male, female, or non binary here. I feel like this goes with that self acceptance and your spirituality deepening. The moon is connected to Cancer. So, your intuition is definitely deep. I feel like you may frighten people with this. Pound number 3, because it's like you may say exactly what's on somebody's mind, or this is the energy I'm getting. Somebody may come to you with like an ill intention, but you may do something to where you let them know that you know what they're trying to do. It's making me think about this show I've been watching on Tubi. It's called The Listener, and it's about a man that has telepathic abilities, and he helps people. He can literally see inside their mind. He can hear their thoughts, everything. All he has to do is look into their eyes. And I feel like you can have a spiritual gift, like you look into people's eyes and you can tell what kind of energy they're in. So people may be afraid to look you in the eyes. Part number 3, because you can read them. You may be a spiritualist or a tarot reader here. Take what resonates. But you could be also advocating for how you feel. You may speak up more about how you feel. If you don't agree with something, or if you don't resonate, you don't hold back anymore. This is something people are noticing about you. But we have this peacefulness card here. Somebody could be redecorating their home as well. People are noticing this, or like, again, there's something with aesthetics. Maybe the color pink is significant for you. You may be wearing a lot of pink. Your heart chakra is expanding and opening up. You could be healing from heartbreak. People are noticing that you've healed, or people can see you've blossomed from some type of heartbreaking experience or experiences. Okay. Then we have Pisces. So again, your spirituality is deepening. I've had this energy in all my piles. Like I said, your creativity, I feel like you're showing more of your creativity off as well, especially if you're doing this online or if you're creating some type of apparel. I'm picking up somebody selling something at a flea market. So you may be expanding your business, or you may be just putting yourself out there. So that goes with breaking out of shyness. You're in your bag, yeah. Especially if you're selling something, you could have some type of service you provide for people. Somebody could be changing their prices. I'm picking up somebody mowing lawns, cutting lawns. Okay, it's something like that where somebody could have like multiple side hustles. You could be doing DoorDash, you could be doing Lyft, Instacart. It's something like that. Or if you're thinking about doing these things, it's just a sign from spirit to get you some extra money. Okay, spirit, tap me into pile number 3. What are people noticing? If you are taking pictures, people really feel like you look confident in the pictures. Like somebody here could literally be on a magazine if they wanted to. You give me like if you've seen Grownish, you remind me of Zoe, pal number 3. So somebody here could work with fashion Take what resonates. That's for a few. But it doesn't matter your gender here. You could just be really good with fashion and putting things together. Maybe you make clothing. I know a Libra that does that. So yeah, somebody here do that. We have omen. Okay, the number 11 could be significant. You could be seeing 1111. That always comes through like soulmate energy. You can have new love coming in, pound number 3, especially if you're single. But with this omen card, okay, there's a lot about synchronicity. So you could be a synchronicity in other people's life. I'm picking up people may hear or see your name. There are certain people that feel connected to you spiritually. I feel like you may be getting a lot of spiritual signs at this time, or you could be good at deciphering spiritual messages. So you could be a tarot reader. So this is something people are noticing. You're good at deciphering and translating messages from spirit. It's like spirit may speak a language that most people don't speak, but you understand it and you can translate it. It's like if somebody was bilingual and somebody was speaking in Spanish and you were translating it in English. It's that same kind of energy. Or if somebody was doing sign language, you know how a person gives a speech and it's a person in the audience that's deaf, and then there's somebody who's doing sign language to let them know what's being said. It's like you do that. It's like you're a barrier, not a barrier, I'm sorry, but like a that bridge between two worlds. That's what I was trying to say. Not a barrier, but the bridge between two worlds where you can bring them together because you speak two different languages, the language of spirit and then the language of people. Okay, spirit, tap us in. What are people noticing about POW number 3? This energy came out in POW number 2, but people may wonder how you know the things you know. The irony about having spiritual gifts is that people that are super Christian, they automatically think it's coming from the devil, and it's so laughable because it's like, number one, I don't even believe the devil is actually like a man, a person. I feel like it's an energy that multiple entities can possess. Like just like God, I don't believe God is a man. Some people may get mad at me for that, but that's just my belief, and I just feel like, why do people think that lower vibrational energies are responsible for our gift? God gave us these gifts. Spirit gave us these gifts, because I use spirit and God interchangeably. But we got these gifts from the Most High. We didn't get them from a demonic force. And it's prophets, like especially people who call themselves Christians. There's prophets in the Bible. Why do you think that can't exist in real life? Like, it's crazy to me. Anyways, somebody here could be like that, considered like a prophet, and it's like people want to know how you know what you know. It's making me think about the listener. It's making me think about, you could have some type of telepathy or something going on. POW number 3, because in the show, it's like people was always suspicious of him because they're like, how do you know that? They thought he was linked to the crimes when all he was trying to do was help people solve them. He's saving people. Like, it was one episode where this girl had been missing for months and he found her, and they tried to say like, oh, well, how did you know that? Like, be glad that he found her. You worried about the wrong thing. It's that kind of energy where people could be suspicious of your gifts, especially if you're spiritual. You can have people who are suspicious of your gifts because they're scared you're going to expose them, or they're scared you know something. Or like I said, people could be looking into your eyes thinking you can read them. There's something about your eye contact that scares people. Pile number 3, okay? That's what people are noticing about you. The number 3 could be significant as well. Spirit, what are people noticing about pile number 3? Direction. Okay, so you know the direction you're supposed to go in. The number 7 is here, a spiritual number. You could guide people in the direction they're supposed to go in, or people could see you taking a new direction. People are noticing that you're taking a direction where you're being more authentic. You're showing up as you are. You're not trying to make everything like, so you're not being so strict on yourself. You're allowing your inner rebel to shine. That's what people are noticing about you. You could be the kind of person, POW number 3, where people are like, oh, POW number 3 said a cuss word. POW number 3 did this. Because like I said, people could have put you in this goody two shoes energy, but you're not that. Okay, we have roots. So this makes me think about self-acceptance. You could be connecting more with your ancestors or your home life, especially with the number 4. 3 and 4 is here, so it makes me think about you having some type of upgrade. Somebody here could be going through ascension symptoms. That came through. Okay, 23, you could be 23, or this number is significant, hope. People are noticing that you're very optimistic and hopeful. Like, you're not the type of person where if something is happening, you don't allow that to be your final destination. Like, you keep going, and people see like your progress. A lot of people see the progress you've made, POW number 3, because you definitely have stepped out of this energy of not wanting to be seen when that was what you were always supposed to be. That's why I pick up this energy of you trying to hide from it in school, like being recommended for an award and then feeling embarrassed or shy because you could feel people judging you, but they was just haters. You were supposed to shine. Spirit been trying to set you up for this and train you for this, okay? Stop hiding. Okay, we have simplicity. Like, don't make things more complicated than they need to be. Somebody could be an artist or creative because somebody's painting on this card, or somebody could be connected to the fairy realm. Wisdom. Okay, the number 6 could be significant. So people are noticing that you're gaining wisdom. You may create some type of art that makes a statement that shows some type of wisdom or conveys some kind of wisdom. People are noticing that you're rewriting your story and you're telling the story of who you are versus other people telling it for you. Pile number 3, because I feel like certain people can have a habit of like thinking that they know who you are. You could have heavy 12th house placements, pile number 3. I'm picking that energy up because when you have heavy 12th house placements, you could be a little shy sometimes because you feel more comfortable like hidden, like you feel more comfortable inside yourself, so people won't even know you have certain gifts, and you might think it's obvious to them, but it's not, because the 12th house is what's hidden, it's unconscious, it's obvious to you, but it's not obvious to other people. Like, one thing about me, people are always, because I'm a 12th houser, okay, I have a lot of 12th house placements. People are always shocked when they find out I can sing, or when they find out that I will go off, like they're like, oh my god, like people will see me as just like one way or try to put me in this box when I'm not supposed to be in that box. So it's the same kind of energy. Pile number 3, people are noticing that they can't put you in a box. Then we have God's favorite. Okay, so you're connected to the Most High in some way. I feel like people see the blessing on your life. They're noticing that you're always good, you're always protected, so it must be God. Okay, we have Snow Allegra full for you. So you have some people that could be crushing. Okay, that's what people are noticing. We have Janae Aiko expiration date. So yeah, you're not the same as you used to be. People are noticing that. It says, I'm so sorry for not believing in you. So you could have had people who doubted you, naysayers, or people who just didn't see your full potential here, pile number 3. They're noticing your full potential now. Yeah, you have a lot of Janae Aiko references. So Picture Perfect is coming through. There's people thinking about your absence because that's what that song is about. And didn't we say somebody's doing photography and it says Picture Perfect? So yeah, that's just confirmation. Lips. So your lips are significant. So people could be noticing your lips. Maybe you're plumping them, or you've done something new, or you got a lip piercing. Take what resonates. You got the 4th house. So you could be building something. You could be moving homes. Also, you could be getting like security cameras. That's what the 4th house. There's this energy of you maybe setting boundaries with your family. Your family could be noticing that you set more boundaries with them. You're not shy to tell them how you feel. You could be healing mother wounds as well. And people are noticing this because when you heal mother wounds, it shifts your relationships. Like when you heal your father wounds, it shifts money. Then we have Alia 1 in 1,000,000. So yeah, you're very unique. People are noticing that you're very unique. You're not the average Joe. People don't come across energies like you. Okay, that's what people are noticing. People are definitely noticing your beauty, but I just feel like you could be detoxing right now, or just doing like, you could be drinking a lot of water, and if you're not, spirit is telling you to drink some water. Okay, manicure. So people could be noticing that you keep your nails done, or you're a nail tech here. There's something about you staying up on your beauty and your routine. So people feel like your beauty and your routine is something that's consistent, and you could be aging like fine wine. It's like people see you years later and you still look good. It's that kind of energy. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more card and we're gonna end it. Let's say, let's say, there's a song coming through with Mooney Long. It's called Hours and Hours. That's coming through. Let me write that down so I can have it in the description. Okay. There's people who want to spend time with you. And then the eyes. So people are noticing that your eyes are getting lighter, especially if you've already had like brown/hazel eyes. It's like people can see your pupil. There's something about your eyes. Remember I told you that, oh my goodness. Remember I told you that he can read people through their eyes. So people are noticing you can read them through their eyes. This is a real gift. This is something I do to people all the time. That's why they get scared. But it's like you can see through people's intentions. So your eyes are very significant, or your eye color. Maybe people may compliment the eye color. Maybe you like to wear contacts, or you wear sunglasses or glasses. But there's something about your eyes here that stand out that people are noticing, okay? But yeah, eyes are the windows to the soul. So I feel like you read people through their eyes. Okay, we already talked about that. But thank you so much, Pal Number 3, for coming to this reading. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, stay tuned for more. Mwah. Peace. I love you so much. Thank you.